It was great. I watched the video of him and I couldn't help laughing because he was totally clueless, but also kind of funny because he's just like, I don't know what they're doing with my money. He just didn't have a clue what he didn't. He's like, I don't know. I don't ask them. Well, maybe you should.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I only gave him like 10 grand.
What?
Did you?
Did you?
I only gave him a deposit for a house. I don't know what is for. But then Simon Jordan's sort of mocking him, going like, well, that won't go very far with that lot. They'll be coming back for more in a minute. And you know they will.
Yeah.
It's like, what have you spent the 10 grand on? Admin. Cable ties.
Yeah.
What, those plastic cable ties that are derived from oil. All right. Just stop. Oh, no. This is awkward. I'm literally attached by oil with Just Stop Oil. Right, so let's unpack this.
Go on then.
First of all, he doesn't live in that home. That'll be a constituency home, which is paid for by me and you.
Yeah.
So he'll be housing people in a house that's paid for him that he doesn't use. And I bet when he gets 350 quid a month or whatever it is back from the government for housing those refugees, it won't be going back into the state. It will be going into his skyrocket. So he's actually making money out of it and virtue signaling. Amazing. Well done, Matt.
And the fact that people don't understand this as well. I mean, it just reeks of desperation. He told the paper, I got into this by instinctively making an offer to a constituent whose family was in desperate need. Instinctively. I just felt it. I was just sitting there, getting off with a girl I barely knew on CCTV. I was just sitting there, getting my tan on for when I come back. And I just thought, I don't know where it come from. I think it was God. I reckon it was God. I kind of downloaded it. And I just thought, I've got to get a gaggle of refugees into one of that spare home I've got. So I don't actually know where it is. I'll get the sat-nav out. Microchip plants going in your hand now, aren't they? Well, they got there quick. The microchip implants that let you pay with your hand.
It's amazing. Like, I can go boop with my hand now. I don't have to go boop like I did before.
I saved myself 2 inches. I did. Yeah, with my hand. There. Sometimes I boop accidentally though.
Oh, that's I hate it when that. It's cost me 50 quid.
Ah, shit. Yeah. Every time I go, I have to kind of put my hands in my pockets when I go in Asda. Because I keep booping myself halfway through, and it's just an ointment. Last week I bought some cauliflowers and a Caramac, and I don't even like Caramac.
They have this like public persona, and then there's the underneath bit, and they're always so far removed from each other. Like I saw something today with Sunak, and obviously he's silly wealthy. His wife is silly wealthy. And, he's then putting more tax on the poorest and most vulnerable whilst they're all laughing and tax dodging themselves, obviously. Yeah. So his I thought he was earmarked for the PM's job. And I think he probably thought that as well. So now he's in sort of damage limitation because, people have realised that he's a fraud like the rest of them. So I saw these photo opportunities that he's having. He's there like serving food at a restaurant, like a fucking... like a Punch Tavern or a like one of those ones, with gravy, and he's like walking like I'm one of you. I'm serving peas and that.
Well, I don't understand what the point is.
I'm one of you, just like you. You eat peas and that.
I do as well. Trans killer who has changed from male to female now says she identifies as a
cat,
almost, baby, and demands nappies, baby food, and a dummy in her prison cell. And I'm assuming prison cell isn't a euphemism for bumhole.
So what gets me about this is that they'll be doing that. They'll be providing that.
Yep.
The video of a bird taking a shit on Joe Biden.
See you later.
I enjoyed it. Hang on, right, it's a video. A bird just took a shit on Biden. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it shits on his collar. He's talking and a bird shits on him. Repost. Yeah, basically, they broke rules, and so that's horrific. And you're going, well, okay, it's hypocritical and it's shit that some people were followed rules so they didn't see loved ones. They didn't get to say goodbye to friends and family on the deathbeds and whatever, while these two are sticking a bit of champers down the neck. Yeah, okay, there is a relevance to that, but it's not the meat and potatoes. It's not the main part of it. Like the biggest thing for me, I think we spoke about it before, is that you've got a fat lad in Johnson. So he's, high risk, isn't he? Apparently, fat lad. Was it about 80% of these so-called COVID deaths were obese?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're high risk. You're getting daily briefings on the science to such a point where you're giving daily briefings at 5 p.m. to tell everyone how fucking horrific this is. You're visiting war zone hospitals, talking to heads of the NHS that are telling you just how bad this is, and you're not frightened. That's for me, Rich. That's the point.
Yeah, it's almost like he knew it was bollocks.
Yeah, it's almost like he knew it was bollocks. And also, Johnson's been in Ukraine. He's walking around the streets of Kiev, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be at war. He's just walking around in a suit. He's got a bulletproof vest on, right? And then at one point, he walks past like a stall, and a guy's just buying like a hot dog or something, or a paper where it is. You don't see what he gets in his hand, but from a stall, it's like, this don't feel like a war zone, mate.
No, it doesn't.
This looks like a Saturday night in Prague.
It's like EastEnders. It's like he's out on the square. He's got Pete Beale there, like handing him like whatever Pete Beale sold on the market. That's fish. Yeah. It doesn't seem like a war zone, does it? It's almost as if it's contrived. You had Zelensky doing a photo shoot last week. Did you see that one a couple of days ago? He's sitting on the stairs and he's like, "Oh, there's war and stuff, and Putin. He's awful. He's awful." And he's sitting there all like, it's like a photo shoot. It's like that's not what you do when your world's crumbling down around you.